In 2008, I decided that we as a company needed to be more responsible. And at that time, I had 95 staff. I was printing magazines, so there's a lot of printing every single day, and I was really concerned about my carbon footprint. So I contacted Foru. It's an organization based at Chiang University. It's a reforestation project, and basically I asked them if I could go carbon neutral. So it took like 6 months, right? And so we started off, we had to calculate every staff, what kind of vehicle they drove to work, how long the distance was. We had to look at our electricity, whether it was coal or water. We had to look at our printing, how much carbon we were emitting, and so we had to offset it. So what Foru did for us was they went to the park authorities. They asked the authorities to give them degraded national park land. So we were lent 8 rai of degraded national park land. So we did a big campaign. We announced to our readers, to everyone, said, let's have a tree planting day. And so we populated this 8 rai of land, and then we hired people for 1 year to fight off the fire, as well as to water it. So within a year, we'd basically offset our carbon, and I believe until today, we have ever since. Every business has its ability to do something, as long as you just keep educating, and finding tools which make it easier for people to adapt. People, they don't want to be throwing plastics everywhere. They don't want to be bad. No one wants to destroy, well, most people don't want to destroy the environment, but most people probably need tools to help them. And there's tools out there. It's just not perhaps as mainstream yet, but it's getting there. Right now, I live in Chiang Mai in the north of Thailand, and we have an environmental crisis. There are certain days, probably weeks of the year, where our air pollution is the absolute worst in the world. We also live in one of the most beautiful spots in the world for the rest of the year, which is, 11 months of the year. It's exquisite here. It's absolutely sublime. So I'm living in a crisis, and yet there's no sense of urgency. There's no mass awareness that the future is here. We are breathing in this, and our lungs are being affected now. We might not die for another 20 years, but we're dying now. So we just really need to get this message out, and people need to be aware that in most places in the world, there is some level of environmental crisis. Get involved, speak up. Don't contribute to it, and don't allow it to happen.